for wealth. Hi, my name is Solera. I'm a spiritual channel. I help people create abundance in all areas of life. So let's talk a little bit about money, right? And wealth and abundance and prosperity. So all these words simply means that you will always have more enough, right? More than enough. Whatever you earn, you feel like there's always plenty to go around, there's no scarcity in your day-to-day life, and your bank account is more than sufficient to cover all of your bills, and you get to travel, you get to do all these things you want, and maybe buy your loved ones a lot of gifts, and maybe buy yourself things, and whether that's like a fancy car or jewelry, whatever it is that you desire, right? Creating a lifestyle that's based on freedom and that's not based on struggle. Really, for me, I think wealth is not just having money in bank account, it's actually how you feel about yourself on the inside, right? Because sometimes you may have a lot of money. It's like I used to live in LA, and I know a lot of wealthy people there, but it doesn't mean that they always felt truly wealthy within. They always felt like some things were missing in their lives, and that's not fun, right? You don't want to be rich and miserable. You want to be rich and happy, ideally. So, I can say for myself, I feel very abundant on the inside and on the outside. So, and it's really about how you feel inside that creates your outer reality, right? When you feel abundant, you feel really happy, then more of the good things will come into your life. And it's not just going to be money, it's going to be abundance of happiness, right? So you want to have the money, and then you want to make sure you have the happiness too, right? You want those things to go hand in hand, not just be like, okay, I'm rich, but I'm miserable. So let's talk a little bit about how to channel for wealth. Money is definitely something that the guides have taught me how to embrace, really. Because I do spiritual line of work a lot of times. At least in the past, I always felt like, oh, I can't really be doing spiritual work and at the same time earn a lot of money. There's some guilt that's associated with that. It's like, oh, I should be just using my talent for free, but then I have to pay my bills too. So, and that was definitely one of the first things that the guides have taught me personally is, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask and charge for your services. And so steadily I have increased my pricing. Really, actually, just in the last year, I've really steadily increased my pricing, and now I'm very comfortable with what I earned. And that's something the guides have really taught me, really just to embrace true abundance and not feel like shame or guilt around money, because money is your birthright. Like, everybody is entitled to having an abundant life. It may not seem that way, but this is your birthright. Like, this is your right, just to be living a very comfortable life, and there's no conflict. Okay, so you understand I'll start to ask the guides, but you understand at some point that there's no conflict between receiving abundance and still living a spiritual path, because money is energy, right? And that means money is also part of the universe. It's part of God itself. So if you're judging money, you're judging yourself, and you're also judging the universe. So from that perspective, just know that there's just no conflict. Like, you can be rich and you can be spiritual and you can be happy and healthy and all those things, right? So let's ask the guys today. I'm going to go in there and ask them how you can channel for wealth. Yes, we hear. So welcome, we say. As always, we're pleased to be here with you, and we'll would be more than happy to assist you today in understanding how you can really develop your mindset for money, because as the channel Solera has spoken about, money is not something that you had to work super hard and struggle in order to receive. Money is within your right. It is something that you can have access to at any time you desire. But because you don't think that way, you don't think you deserve money, and you feel like money is supposed to be this like one big struggle. And so guess what? It becomes a one big struggle because you feel that it is a struggle. So it's like the feeling translates into the reality, right? And because it translates into the reality, then guess what? You're always having money struggles, because of those feelings. So people say, no, it's not true. Like, I'm having struggle. That is why I feel bad. If I didn't have money struggle, like if I have this big pile of money out here, then I wouldn't be feeling bad at all. We say, well, wait until you see. Okay, there are people who have money. It's like they waited until they have money to be happy, and then they got the money, they're happy for 5 minutes, and they went straight back to the feelings that they had before, because now they have money, but then they got other things that they're not happy about. Maybe they're struggling with their health, maybe they're struggling with their relationship, maybe they're struggling with their friends, whatever it is. So you can't like get to the money and then be happy. You have to be happy and then, work your money consciousness and increase the abundance level little by little. And then you get to that income level that you desire, let's say, and then you're like, wow, I was happy along the way and this was really fun. And now I've got $1 million and I'm still happy. You see? So you want to be happy like as you work up to the $1 million, right? Or $1 billion. So, but you don't want to be like, I'm miserable, but I'm going to suffer to get to the $1 million. Well, we say you're going to suffer and get to the $1 million, then why? Then what's the point of getting $1 million? You want to be rich because you want to be happy, right? You think that if you're rich, then you will be free, and then you'll be happy, and then you'll be able to do all these things you want. But that limitation of not having enough money, that was placed by like that limitation is in your head. Now you say, no, that's not true. And some people will like to argue with this. And you might even blame your parents. Oh, I only think this way because my mom is like this, my dad is like this, and then my grandparents are like this, right? Well, we say you can blame the whole world, but you are in charge of yourself. And now that you are an adult, then wouldn't you say that you have dominion over yourself, right? Your parents aren't over, like they're not looking over your shoulder and be like, hey, we want you to be poor. And they probably wouldn't be saying that. So you have control over yourself. So that means you are in charge of the thoughts and feelings that are inside you, right? And because you're in charge of the thoughts and feelings inside of you, then who is the boss here? We say, well, clearly the boss is you. You are the boss here. Okay? No one else is your boss. You are your own boss. So to channel for wealth, it's not like you gotta go struggle to get there. To channel for wealth is to tap into the feeling of what it is to be wealthy. And you may say, yeah, but that's so vague. We say, well, you can turn off the video and stop watching because we don't really care. But to tap into the feeling, you're like, okay, then tell me, how do I tap into the feeling of wealth? Well, we say tapping into the feeling of wealth is to first learn and observe, like in your life right now, what areas in my life do I feel abundant? Okay, we'll give you an example. Solera, one of her areas that's very abundant is her friendship. She has a lot of good friends, and maybe for you too, and maybe for you it would be your family. You have a lot of love in your family, but you say, no, I don't have friends and I don't have family. So maybe you have like a dog. Okay, that's abundant, right? Like the love that you receive from a dog is unlimited, is unconditional. That is a form of abundance. So let's say you connect to your dog, you feel like, wow, I feel so loved when my dog is around, and I feel so happy when my little puppy is around, and I feel really abundant. I feel abundantly loved in that way. Now we want you to apply that feeling of, I feel so abundantly loved, to the area of money. Like you gotta pretend a little bit, okay? Just practice with us. You're gonna now think, okay, I feel really abundant. Then as soon as like the topic money comes up, you're like, I'm triggered. We say, just hold on a minute, give it a try. You say, okay, I'm gonna try to tap into abundance over here. Okay, you think, okay, I feel very easy with my dog. I feel like it's so lovely to connect with my puppy, and I feel, very loved by my puppy, and I love my puppy. Then we say, why can't you just love money and then start to develop the feeling of being loved by money? It's like there would be one area in your life that you feel a little bit of love for. It could even be a tree, okay? So if you don't have a person, like you don't have a relationship, don't have a friend, don't have a family, don't have a dog, say go love a tree, okay? The feeling that you have a tree, the love that you have for nature, is the same. You can love money the same way. Money just happens to be something, like you think of money as like a piece of paper or like digits in a bank account, but money is just another form of nature. It's just energy from the universe, just like you are energy of the universe, right? The dog is energy of the universe. Anything that you see outside is energy of the universe. So why can't money be like your puppy dog? Why can money to be like a plant that you love? Why can't money be a friend that you love? Why can't money be a spouse that you love, right? Or a partner? It's like find something that you love. Okay, this is what we're trying to say. Find something. It could be, chocolate, a book, anything. Find something that you love and think about, well, I love it like this. I love this. So apply the same level of love to money. If at first it doesn't seem to work, then just imagine money is like a chocolate, a piece of chocolate. Like, I like chocolate. Solera likes chocolate. So you think of it as, I can understand the feeling of love for something because I have that experience. We say then apply that to money. Pretend that the money is like a piece of chocolate. Pretend that money is your puppy dog. Then you're like, oh, okay. I start to kind of sort of see it. I'm not 100% getting it. That's okay. You don't need to be getting it 100%. Do you understand? Like, you don't need to be perfect in this. You just have to start in this direction. And once you start and go in that direction, then you will get better and you will be able to keep going in that direction, which is wealth, abundance, prosperity, all these things that you say you desire. So practice this. Don't beat yourself up about it if you're not good at it, because everything takes a little bit of time to practice. But the more you do it, the better you get, right? It's just like riding a bicycle. So once you get to the point where you feel comfortable, you're like, okay, I'm starting to get it. Then we say send gratitude, send appreciation of money. Say thank you every time you have a bill. Say thank you every time you get a receipt from the restaurant. Say thank you. Every time you get a present from somebody, definitely say thank you, right? Have good manners. But say thank you for all these things that money is able to provide for you. Like for the electricity that's in your house, right? For the water that you get to have access to. Really, all the basic things that you take for granted, say thank you. And when you do that, you're going to find yourself very, very wealthy, both on the inside and on the outside. And with that, we will complete our reading for today. That felt so good. So, yeah, I totally see. I see money as like a friend because like they said, I'm pretty abundant in my area, in this zone, of my life. Like I have a lot of good friends. I have friends from all over the world, in all kinds of countries. I have friends. It's like I can just like pick a spot on the map and I'll have a friend there, So I feel extraordinarily abundant in this area, and so I do treat money like a friend. And when I buy something, I just say thank you. Thank you, money. And the more I'm practicing that, like at first it feels kind of like, unnatural to do that. But if you practice it, you will get natural with it. It will feel natural over time because you just get used to it, to be honest. And you have that kind of easygoing relationship with it, then you actually find that money comes rapidly. It comes quickly. Like it's not hard to earn. I can honestly say that I'm very comfortable with money because it's just like, I wouldn't say I'm a gajillionaire, but I feel very, very comfortable in this area as well because I treat it like a friend and I'm comfortable with friends, So maybe that's not your comfort zone, but it's like they said, you can like treat it like a piece of chocolate or a book, like a TV or sofa, anything. Think of something in your life that you feel genuinely like happy with, and then like apply a little bit of imagination and treat money the same way, and you might find that it will get easier and easier. All right, thank you so much for watching. It's always such a pleasure to channel for you. Again, if you like this video, please subscribe and click the like button, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.